Hey everybody, welcome back. Misty is finally done. We're fighting Surge. Okay.
Rocker always looks like he has a knife.
Really? To me, I've always interpreted it as like a whip, but I think it's supposed to be an electrical cable, right? Oh, wow, it kind of looks like, it looks a little bit like a rapier, but really short, you know?
Yeah.
Like some kind of dagger.
To me, it's always looked like a knife.
It's kind of like, as a kid growing up, I always thought, Cubone? Cue-Ball. Is that what it's called? The biker who's bald? He has a belt buckle that, as an adult, I now know it's like a deer head or something, like a deer skull. As a kid, I always thought it always looked like he had a malformed mushroom dick. Just sticking out there, and I just...
Yeah, that's definitely not what it was.
I always saw it, and I silently thought to myself, it can't be that, but I can't think of anything else it could be. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I never asked anybody about it as a kid, because it's like, no, it couldn't be that. They're all just gonna think I'm stupid for thinking it's that. But I can't think of anything else it could be. But now as an adult, I look at it, I'm like, oh no, it's a belt buckle, you know? It's just unfortunate looking.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, Sailor. Well, I kind of feel like in my electric types, you know what? I think it's the same team of three again.
Yeah, and actually Namiel's the perfect starter because it counters everything.
All right, more of the same team then.
He might have a Kingler, and he might have Guillotine.
Yep. Okay, I'm fine with that. Psychic. People in the comments were telling us that they remember as a kid round 2 Misty being horrendously hard. So I'm happy that we're not the only ones having troubles with that fight, you know?
Yep. Then we go into this fight and we almost one-shot the first Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay. That's interesting animation for that, but...
I bet you that was supposed to be the animation for his Fury swipes.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
They clearly base some of the animations on what their level up move list is, you know?
Yeah.
And then they just tie it to other things when appropriate.
Wow, he's dead.
Yeah, he's straight up dead. I think I got him with that, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Brain Blast thing. You know, that Jimmy Neutron, Brain Blast.
Brain Blast, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it in Jimmy Neutron, but you know what I mean. The thing where he puts his hand out and then people's brains get fried. Not in Jimmy Neutron and Yu-Gi-Oh!
When he sends them to the Shadow Realm?
Yeah. When he puts his hand out and they're fucking dead.
I played children's card games and murder people.
I'm pretty sure in Japan he was actually killing people. They just redubbed it and then, for the English market to make it so he's not murdering.
Oh. Yeah, it was part of the era of I'm going to destroy you. Right?
Yeah, it's part of the era of when we got that Canadian dub of Dragon Ball Z, where Vegeta's always, where energy blasts don't kill you, they send you to another dimension. That's what they would always say, because they're not allowed to kill. If you guys ever want a good laugh, go look up I think it's the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z. Now, don't get me wrong, in Canada here, we did get good American Dragon Ball, just with a different, like, intro theme. We didn't get the stupid dub for the most part. The stupid dub that people think of as the Canadian dub is not actually a super popular dub that many people in Canada would have seen. But you can go watch it on YouTube, and it's hilarious. That's the one where you get the amazing things, like, just adding in voiceover lines for things that didn't happen. Like, when Nappa blows up that one news helicopter, they just add in a voiceover line of Tien going, I think I see parachutes. They'll be okay. There's no parachutes. They're fucking dead. No, Nappa killed those dudes. Like, they're dead.
They cut out the scene where Nappa and Vegeta blow up that city?
I think they did. They also, you remember that one part where Tien gets his arm chopped in half by Nappa? And there's like, it's a bloody stump? They made it just like a flesh-colored stump, and they put in a token voice line of him going, you just wait till this grows back. He's not Namekian. He's a human. He's Tien.
Well, I can tell you right now, I feel like the races in the show, even regardless of who made the dub, forget their own abilities.
In fairness, yeah. I mean, is he a human? I don't think they've ever clarified. I've always called him a Triclops because he's got 3 eyes. I always figured he's some tribe of human. You know, we live on a... Dragon Ball is the world in which there's also, like, bear men and weasel men, and, like, every animal has
bear.
Yeah, like, every single basic woodland critter also has a human equivalent that's totally normal, you know? So, in that world, a human with 3 eyes is really not that weird.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot in that show. Remember how cool Piccolo's abilities were, and then he never used them again?
You remember how cool Tien is, and Yamcha is, and Krillin is, and Shotsu is, and they never get a showing in Dragon Ball Z?
Well, you know what? Yeah, I can agree with them that Shotsu was kind of lame before. The fact that he was beat by Krillin because of math. Like, that's a tough battle.
Velvedon?
Yeah.
Tetsukabra? He's grass, he resists, but he doesn't hit super hard.
Yeah.
Tetsukabra, whatever, yo?
Yeah?
Yeah! Weird.
Yeah,
Weird team. Yeah.
Yeah, what about, like, Piccolo's, like, he can extend his arms, he can grow to be really big.
He never does his giant form anymore. That was always the coolest in Dragon Ball, like original Dragon Ball. I'm just gonna Earthquake. That's really strong. I'm faster? I thought Porygon was faster than a Sand Slash.
Wolfang Fist, I don't think you see that in Dragon Ball Z ever.
I think he goes for it once and fails. There's that filler episode where Krillin almost kills first form Cell. He kicks the shit out of him, like Cell's running away from him. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, the power scaling doesn't make a lot of sense.
There's that one time that Tien stood toe-to-toe with Evil Boo. Like,
was it Evil Boo?
Yeah, he stood toe-to-toe with Imperfect Cell and Evil Boo. He stood toe-to-toe, no, Super Boo. He stood toe-to-toe with Super Boo when Mystic Gohan was the one who was on par with him. So Tien, unsung hero that he's that good, you know?
And he's not even counted as the strongest human. The strongest human is Krillin.
Yeah, they confirmed that in GT, if that's canon.
They actually confirmed it again in Super just to make sure.
I'm fine with Krillin being the strongest human, because he's great. He's like a flawed character that you see grow over the course of the series, you know? Yeah. I love the idea of him being... Because, you know, Goku's not an underdog. He just almost dies and then gets super strong. Krillin has to work to get that shit.
Yeah.
I like that. I've always liked Krillin. He fought smart. He's a little bit of a coward sometimes, but he grew past it.
Something the fans were, like, super thrilled about is the fact that well, I don't know if it's right now, but recently in the manga, the strongest character of the group is Vegeta.
Good. He should be.
Goku actually admits it.
Yeah, Vegeta works harder than Goku anyway. Vegeta works his ass off, and then Goku almost dies or gets special training on another planet. You know, like, Goku gets special training out in space and learns how to read minds and all this shit and becomes a Super Saiyan and whatnot. Whoa! That was weird looking. Oh, that crit might be really fucking nasty. Oh my god. Well, we could lose this.
Yeah, did you know that Goku only uses his reading minds one time ever?
I thought he used it a few times to catch up on the plot.
Nope, he goes to Namek and then puts his hand on Krillin's head, and that's the first and last time he uses that ability.
No, he also used it when he came back to Earth in the very beginning of the Android saga. He put his hand on Gohan, either Gohan or Krillin, to learn what happened on Earth when he was gone.
I thought they just told him during that entire exchange.
Nah, he puts the hand on the head. I think he also does it when he comes out of the hyperbolic time chamber in the Cell Saga. They have a token I think they have a token thing where off-screen they say, like, he did the thing to catch up, you know? AKA, they needed to make up an excuse to catch him up on the plot while he's gone. Okay, we've been cripped by two double edges in a row. I think we have lost.
That was fast.
Second fight of the gym, I think.
Is this our last Pokemon in this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're dead.
I don't think it's his last. Doesn't he have one more? Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, we lost. There's no way. You've like 35 health? Yeah.
Okay, nope. I can't do anything to that. He double resists grass. It's done. No reason dragging it. I forfeit there. We're in a time crunch. We gotta make some progress, you know?
They have an entire list of characters who can use telepathy on the wiki.
Paperclip truck driver? Fighter 83?
Master Roshi, Master Shen, Tien, Chaozu, Korin, Piccolo, King Kai, Goku.
Yeah, why is this so special that Goku had to learn that ability in space from like a space people? Literally his trainer knows how to do that. Can't he just learn it from him?
Vegeta knows telepathy?
I meant Goku. Goku is trained by Master Roshi. Can't he learn it from Master Roshi rather than learning it in space?
No, but that's what I mean. Like, Goku knows it, but Vegeta also is listed as knowing it.
Yeah. Vegeta, I assume, would have learned it from the people on Earth, because he needed a scouter to sense people. Remember, that was a Crane school technique, sensing power levels, that Tien and Chaozu would have taught the rest of the Zed fighters.
Yeah.
If I remember my lore right, that was a new ability when the Crane school students of Chen and Chaozu and Tien showed up.
Well, yeah, but so was flying.
Yes, flying is a Crane school technique. That's how they learned it.
It isn't flying. I think when the Crane school did it, it was levitating.
Yes, I believe literally what they're using is like Chaozu-style psychic powers to propel their body, and that's how they fly.
Not like rocket across the earth.
Yeah, that was something that I thought was cool about Dragon Ball, like classic Dragon Ball, is like there were different schools and they had different abilities and different themes, and it was clearly just Akira Toriyama was like, I like psychic shit. Let's have a school that's psychic shit, and that's the Crane school, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like Tien and Chaozu's cool-ass abilities. Like, Chaozu's basically a spellcaster. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah. I do think that for creativity of abilities and strategic usefulness, I think Krillin still has the best ones.
I agree. He's the best blend of creativity, of really good moves that everybody steals because they're really good.
And
he's a good fighter with a good power level.
And upgrading his abilities isn't that hard, right? Like it's Krillin who has the scatter Kamehameha, right? Where like shoots it up and then it scatters and falls.
Yeah, he's got crowd control. He's got a blinding light that he took off Tien. He's got Destructo Disc, which everyone steals because you cut a fucker in half.
Yeah. Or yourself.
He can do the Kamehameha from, we've seen multiple creative positions. So, okay, we have a special drop and he has 2 special gains. This might actually not kill him.
In Super, he gained the Super Solar Flare, which not only knocks out your ability to see, but also sense energy.
I choose to believe that that is so bright it goes through your eyelids and just fries your retina.
He used that to defeat Mystic Gohan.
Wow, he beat Mystic Gohan? That's awesome.
Yeah. And then he fought with Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Sorry, I still can't take Super Saiyan Blue seriously. Like, I think that the worst thing that Dragon Ball Z ever did was when they made it all math. I'm Super Saiyan 1. Now I'm Ascended Super Saiyan. You could call this Super Saiyan 2. Now I'm gonna shave off my eyebrows and go Super Saiyan 3 because the writers couldn't think of a way to make me stronger. Let's just make it math. I never liked that.
I think that the best form was Super Saiyan 2. Like, it was just like it took so much to get there.
And it's a lateral move. They explain that because your muscles get so bulky, you lose mobility, so it's not always the right choice. I liked that. There was a trade-off. Super Saiyan 3 is just better, you know?
Well, okay, so there is actually, between Super Saiyan 1 and 2, there are, like, multiple forms. The one you're talking about is the bulky form isn't technically Super Saiyan 2. The form that Gohan attains when he's fighting Perfect Cell is Super Saiyan 2, and that's when the muscles kind of condense back down, and you regain the speed but keep the power.
You know what game, Dragon Ball game, we need to all play together?
All of them. That one for the PlayStation 1.
Which one for the PlayStation 1?
I don't remember. I don't even know what it was called because I owned it and it was in Japanese, so I couldn't even read it. But it was super cool.
Hey, if you can find it on Google and figure out the name for me, link it to me on Discord, and I'll check it out and see if there's an English patch and stuff. And yeah, maybe. Legendary Super Warriors was a Game Boy Color game I grew up with. I Let's Played it forever ago. You might have even been in it. Really, really good game. If we can get the multiplayer on that shit working, I've never played the multiplayer, and I bet you it's awesome. Because if it's just one-on-one fights in that game, it's a really fun game. I know Whattageek likes that game, so maybe we could get some challenge fights on the show on that. It's really fun, and it's an incredibly faithful game to the series. Like, meticulously. Like, if you pick to go in as a Super Saiyan 2, for instance, you can see as like your energy and your fight skills and whatever go up, but your speed goes down, the portraits change, your abilities you can do change. There's even obscure things like you can play as, when you've unlocked all the villains, you can play as Ginyu, or you can play as Ginyu in Goku's body, and that'll change what unique moves you can use, because you can use Goku's ones, but your stats are lower because he's not used to the body. How fucking cool is that? Like, oh my god, and he's got the change ability, and like, you can play as the villains, and they actually took their unique abilities from the show, and if they didn't have a really obvious unique one to add in, they would give them like melee combos they did from the show and call it a move, and some of those moves ended up bleeding out into other games. You know it's a good fucking game when it sets the lore. Oh, that's good.
The only description I can give of the game that I played, because I did find what it was called, it had a really cool thing where you could play with, like, you have like a certain number of characters on your side, like you have like 3, and maybe you're against 1 or 3, and what you're doing is
I know that one. I also played that in Japanese.
You're trying to shift your power bar so it fills up so you can use your super move to beat the enemy. It was so cool.
It was so cool.
It's called Dragon Ball Z in Naru Dragon Ball Densetsu. It is super cool.
Now, I used to play it on emulator as a kid. I think I played it like double speed because I didn't know how to get the emulator working right, so I sucked at it, but it was really fun. I barely understood it, but it was chaotic and it was fun. I bet you it hasn't aged well, but wasn't there a remake of that game? Like, recently?
I don't know, but I love that game. It's so cool.
If you can find an English version of that, yeah, we gotta play that at least a bit on the show. Maybe it won't have aged well, but it was super cool.
I think it still looks really cool. Like, based on the pictures I found, it still looks like it's nice pixel art and everything.
Yeah, I mean, the gameplay might be I remember it being rudimentary, but at the same time, I was also a kid, and I didn't read Japanese, so for all I know, I didn't know half the game mechanics, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of it was fly at the dude, punch him, back off, charge up, you know?
Yeah, even if it was rudimentary, it was fucking cool.
Yeah, it was just a cool game. Okay, can I win this one?
No.
It's the same 2 people in a row. And they're gonna just start critting us with Double Edge, because that's what they did last time.
I still don't like Kangaskhan licking its lips.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
I literally think we're just gonna lose the same way, basically. I picked one different Pokemon. I picked Kadachi. In case of Kangaskhan, to just try and out-muscle it. Because we don't have fighting moves, and none of the fighting moves in this are any good anyway, you know?
Yeah, what are you gonna use? Submission?
So last time it crit us 2 times in a row with Double Edge, and that's why it completely annihilated our team. Hopefully that won't happen.
Well, now it would probably only need to do it. Oh no, it still need to do it twice.
Maybe we'll crit.
Maybe we'll paralyze it.
Nope.
Neither.
Good damage. Next one will kill. It has Earthquake.
Yeah, you're dead.
Ouch. Yeah, I think it did that against us last time, and I just forgot that it has it.
You lived!
I guess it was still the right choice.
I'm actually amazed that you lived.
I figured I would, but I thought I'd at least land in red. I thought it was gonna be real close. Oh, come on!
What?
I know, right? That must have been a damage range.
That's stupid. Well, we'll kill it, and we'll still have like almost a completely healthy Pokemon, right? And depending on what he has last, we could win with whatever he owe.
Oh, and since this will be Friday's episode, just another reminder, we are trying to switch Pokemon X and Pokemon Stadium every week, just like you guys voted on here on YouTube on the community page. However, because Whattageek is out of state right now, we probably... Okay, if we survive, he'll die from this. Good. Because he's out of state right now, we're just recording kind of low consequence stuff, and the gyms are fairly low consequence. So next week is probably going to be more Stadium, which means the next 2 weeks after that will be Pokemon X to make up for it. And then it'll go back and forth to, you know, swapping every week like it was supposed to be, you know? Just to clarify for people again, because people ask about it a lot. Like, seriously, the first week that Pokemon X went out, I had so many people ask, is Pokemon Stadium done? I don't know why people ask if a series is done when it's been gone for literally 1 week, but whatever, just so you'll know. Crit, please crit. I know our speed is low, but please crit. It's Gen 1, crit! You know what, if he's just using Swift again, I think we might win.
Do we win?
I think. If he just uses Swift again, and if he doesn't crit, he is a high-speed Pokemon. Oh, we win!
I'm so confused on how that was a win.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes! Okay. We're making progress.
So is the next guy Surge?
No, I think this is the second fight in the game. I will remind, not all of our Pokemon are fully vitamined up for Gen 1. In Gen 1, you can vitamin literally every stat. As long as you don't already have, like, maxed out EVs on them. It wasn't until Gen 3 that your EVs, you know, it maxed out as a global thing. In Gen 1 and 2, it maxed out on a stat-by-stat basis. And so not all of our stats are maxed out on all of them, except, I think, Starmie. I think Starmie is fully vitamined on every stat.
Well, we know who to start with.
I'm fairly sure most of our opponent's Pokemon might be fully vitamined. It's scary. Yeah, so what's he got here? We're seeing Bug, we're seeing a lot of grass, flying, fire.
Is, like, perfect for this.
Yeah, Surf could take care of a lot of this. Psychic is good against a lot of this. Thunderbolt is good against Butterfree. Yeah, that's a really good choice.
Yeah.
I also don't mind Volvidon. That'd be good for the fire types.
Yep.
And maybe Rathalos? Rathalos would be pretty good against a lot of these.
Rathalos is good against 3 of them at least.
Yeah. Now, I hate to cut this episode 7 minutes short, but I am in the biggest rush in the universe today, 20 minutes before I premiere Pokemon Gold No New Moves, which was a fun run, and I really hope that the live chat likes it, because that one took way longer than expected, and No New Moves is hard in Gen 2 because most wild Pokemon have terrible movesets. So it was really hard, it took me forever. You gotta also do Kanto, so it takes forever to do. Took me a little bit extra time, took a lot of time to edit, a lot of time to voice over. I was so tongue-tied trying to voice it over. God, I really hope people like that one, because I worked my ass off on that. So, by the time this video is up, though, that'll have already uploaded, and you guys will already know what the public reception is on it. So I guess you guys don't need to worry about that. Until next time, have a nice day.
See ya.